it's Danielle from VA Lifestyle Design. I have a quick Greason family update to share with you. About a month back, Dan and I and the kids decided that we were ready for a bit of a change again. So what we did was we packed up our rental house here in Costa Rica. We decluttered everything, went through all our belongings, the closets, the books, the toys, and we've got ourselves down to a few suitcases so that we could hit the road. And so that's what we've been doing for the last month. We've been living in a couple of different hotels here in Costa Rica. We've still probably got to do a second go through the belongings. We've still got, an extra pile of books and 3 kids' bikes downstairs in the parking lot that we've been taking around with us. So we're on the road still with some of those home comforts, and in this process of letting all these things go, decluttering, having that excitement and possibility of, different experiences, it's bringing up a lot of memories of the same feelings we had when we were leaving our home country 5 years ago, when we were packing up our home in Australia to relocate to Costa Rica. And in that transition phase, we actually stayed in a inner city campground in Australia. It was an amazing experience. But during that time, we were kind of like the oddballs. So we were telling our family and friends, oh, we're gonna go to Costa Rica, and people would say, oh, you're going on a holiday. And particularly at my corporate office, because I was working for a little while just before we left, and I'd tell people at work that didn't know us very well, oh, you're going on a vacation? No, we're just gonna move there. And people would kind of look at me funny and be like, but you've got 2 kids, they're 2 and 1. And I'd be like, yeah, so? So, that was such an exciting time, but it was very much this unknown. Like, we were doing this crazy thing that we didn't really know anyone else was doing apart from online, virtually. We'd seen a couple of blogs, not to the extent that I have now, and there's so many travel blogs out there, so many digital nomad blogs, but at that time it was just these 1 or 2 people that we'd seen. And when we got here to Costa Rica, what we found is that we just kept meeting all these families arriving, or that were already here, that were doing the exact same thing as us. They had a location independent income set up of some sort, whether it be providing client services like we do, like we started once we got here to Costa Rica, when I became a virtual assistant after having never done that before. But some people are other types of freelancers, techie type freelancers, writers. Some people run online businesses. Yeah, sure, there's people that have on the ground incomes here too, local businesses or property investments and things like that. But there, I wouldn't guess at a percentage, but I'm saying half the people that we meet that are expats here would have location independent income. And so what happened there was that it became the new normal. Like, it was normal that people would move abroad with young kids or babies, or people even moving here to have their children here. And so we kind of, we found our tribe. And a couple of years into being here, living abroad with our kids, I met a woman by the name of Michelle Dale. Her company is Virtual Miss Friday. And her story was pretty unique. So what Michelle did was the fact that in 2005 she was 23, and very similar to a lot of people that are experiencing this, dissatisfaction with doing the 9 to 5, doing regular life, if you like, she decided to quit her job, put her house on the market. At 23, she left her home country of England and relocated to Egypt for a period of time to take some time to start researching, digging in, figuring out what she could do. And that was her time when she actually started a virtual assistant business. But the really amazing thing about Michelle Dale's story is that she then met her husband, and then they just continued on traveling, having their 3 kids in 3 different countries, 3 different European countries, and building their business, with them as they went. Her husband also came on board to, work in the business with her. She'd got it set up, and now they run it together. And the same thing, just blending work, life, family, travel. And she's been doing that for over 10 years. So what we decided to do, Michelle and I were chatting about, we both offer VA training. We both help people learn the skills they need to provide client services as a virtual assistant. But we really wanted to extend on that angle as well of taking that business and building it up to that level where it sustains you financially and personal fulfillment wise for the long term. and being able to, if you choose, take that with you anywhere around the world. So it's not that you have to travel indefinitely, you don't have to even move abroad, but just getting flexible lifestyle choices, getting location independence. And so that's what we're doing. We're offering a free training week coming up in March. Check out the link below this video where you can join the free training and the dates, etc., and what's involved. But that's what it's all about. It's about the practical aspects of getting a virtual assistant business set up, but also then blending that with the potential to travel, the potential to take that around the world with you. I know Michelle's just booked a trip now. The whole family's going to India. They live in Greece at the moment, and I haven't checked with Michelle, but I would presume, knowing her, that she and her family are probably going to have a blend of work, family, travel in there as well. And that's the really cool thing about the people that we've met in this journey, is that in my old life, when I was in the corporate world, you'd hear so much discussion about, oh, we've got this, end of year vacation booked to this place we always go every year, or we've got, we're saving up our money for this holiday, etc. And it's very much compartmentalized. And when you're talking to location dependent couples or families, or virtual assistants, freelancers, you don't so much hear people talking about, oh, I need a break, we're going to go here in 6 months' time. You hear people talking about, oh, I've just booked this Airbnb apartment, or I've just booked flights here, etc. And you assume, no one says whether they're working or they're not working, you just assume that they're going to fit the pieces of the puzzle together in whatever way works for their family. So when it's time to work, it's time to work. When it's time to be with family, it's time to be with family. When it's time to experience a local culture where you are, you do that. Blending it all together. So yeah, just wanted to share that update with you. It's really cool for us. Just seeing how much you can continue to, free up your mindset, have those new experiences, let go of things you might have been holding on to. We'd been in our house for a couple of years where we were in here in Costa Rica. We'd moved around before that, but just, having that ability to change things, to experience those new things. So we're off changing locations this weekend, off to San Jose to stay in an Airbnb, but a couple of weeks after that, we've got this training coming up. So if you would like to join Michelle and I for that, either if you're getting your virtual assistant business started from scratch now, or if you've got one happening but you want to sustain the income so that you can take it with you anywhere, then join us for that training. All right, talk soon, guys.